All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hank. Spread right, 72. Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And right away, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free. They couldn't take it away. Throwing now is Bortles. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Here we go. Green 80. Green 80.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Good job, baby. Pick. Nice pick.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at the 34. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit. Let's go. Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, four down.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Let's go. Keep it rolling. 3. Four down. Alert. Check
They go play action here on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
44's the mic. Check.
On second down, Mariota again. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. On third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Mariota. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Here we go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Lucy. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set. 372. Set.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they've responded to the challenge.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Three. Let's go. Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He sets to fire, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Hey. We got three. Green 80. Shift.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Mike 39, Lucy.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucy.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
77. Jam, jam.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
11.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Green 80. Green 80.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Here we go. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On first down, Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Hey. We got four. We got four down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
He's mine. Hey, 54, Ricky. Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked by Kevin Byard. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
All day.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jayon Brown in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Mariota now on 2nd down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Let's go.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Left side caught by Matthews. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Double tight. 4 down.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Watch the run. Easy. Joker.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Let's go. Alert.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. On 3rd down, Mariota. Now he's flushed out left. And he hits his man, Matthews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A second down throw here for Mariota. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go.
We'll be back after this.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Lucy.
No. 3 down. Odd.
11B.
Mike's by 4.
Hank.
Bortles now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Bortles now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
4 down.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Here we go.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick 6. Safarian Jenkins has it. Muscling free near the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go.
We got 4.
11B. Green 80. Green attack.
Bortles now on 1st down. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
4 down.
Here we go. Green attack.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
First down, Mariota. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Check 82. Watch 82. Ball's coming 82.
One.
Mariota on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Marshall now, the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Strong right.
Second down, Mariota. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And down he'll go at the 25. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Bortles going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Spread left, spread left, spread left.
Stand up over there.
Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
72. Green 80. Green 80. Green 6.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
11B, 11B.
Tight end right.
Let's go, let's go. Green 6.
On first down, Bortles. Pass incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch tight end. You got 3.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard.
We got 3, fellas. We Check, check. Fresno, Fresno.
Bortles going to give the Yeldon. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Marshall now, the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
On second down, here's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker. Mariota now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Marshall. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike's 50.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Lewis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, You'll see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
Lucy.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you're...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
And that's a sight Titan fans hope that they see often throughout his career. Harold Landry out of Boston College. Many thought, including me, that the Titans would select him with their first-round pick. Able to sit there and get him in the second round. Tremendous value for a terrific pass rusher.
It's a guy who led the nation in sacks as a junior, 16.5 during that year at Boston College.
Four down.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Completes it to Lee. Got some room at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Lucy.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Bortles will try again on second down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Marshall, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They run. This is Lewis. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They go play action here on first down, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 39, Lucy.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them.
Here we go.
Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Here we go. Green, it's in.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Buying time to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Mariota now on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he's brought down. Mariota to Sharp that time for a Titan first.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
3 down.
Set. Blue line.
Hey, Mike's 50.
To the air again. Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Let's go.
This is Marshall, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Oh, yeah!
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Now Bortles. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there. Bortles to lead. And even 50 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
So right. Green is good.
Back to throw, Bortles. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The offense calls a timeout.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ben Koyak, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go.
Double tight. We got four.
Mariota here to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
So this is Lewis. And an alley to run. Down to about the 22 here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Again, it's Lewis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.